Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I am Daryl Smith Jr., and across the video screen for me is...
I am Rody John, and to my right is...
Amy!
Today on the Downtown, we talked to David and Amanda from New Main Brewing about what happened with New Main Brewing, owning a business, and their new podcast, EntrepreNOPE.
We also made another stop on the Tournament of Toppings to Saljo's in Pantego.
So what's everybody up?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want to talk about what we've been up to, since this is actually the first thing we've really done in like a month?
Yeah.
Like together, even though we're not together.
Two of us are together. And...
Yeah, you guys live together.
We do.
I'm quarantined with my family, so...
How was that?
It's happening.
Okay.
We're finding a new normal, you know. Like, I have my office. Haley has her office at the kitchen table now.
Ooh, big. She got a big desk there.
The kids kind of have setups in their rooms and in the back room. It's crazy. How are y'all holding up over there? You're going out more than I am, though.
I'm out every day.
Because you have to.
Due to
Rody's
work.
still working. I am not working. I've been doing a puzzle. It's all over our table.
1,000-piece puzzle.
Yeah.
1,000? What is it of?
Various fruits, like a kind of a picnic theme.
Yeah, it's like a picnic theme.
Are you going to frame it and put it in the living room?
Yeah, I'm going to buy some Mod Podge.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much. We can do a pickup where I just drop it off. I have like a gallon of it.
Throw the Mod Podge at our front door.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't break, but if it does, just put the puzzle on your front door.
Okay. We've been ordering a lot of takeout, and so that's good because we've been able to support some local businesses. He and I got Chop House the other day. That was really good.
Yes, Chop House is a new location on Little Road in South Arlington. Very good. Right next door, I realized the porch is going to be opening up. So once that opens up, that'll be very good.
We have not been ordering a lot of food. We did order from Hurtado the other day, and we're going to order for Olivia's birthday this week because it's her birthday, and obviously we're not having a party. She honestly wants Chick-fil-A tomorrow. But they're franchised, so that helps. Some small business out there.
I don't know, Sunday it doesn't.
No, but it is Monday, I think, is when we're doing that.
Ah, yes.
I don't know what we're going to get tonight and tomorrow because it's also WrestleMania for those of us that are wrestling fans. Two of us on this podcast are.
Yes. It is now a weekend holiday. It is no longer just a one day.
I mean, it's been a weekend holiday for a while, I guess. Yeah, so I guess that's what I've been doing because I haven't been leaving my house.
Yeah, we've been doing a few, interviews here and there, always on Skype, obviously. We have some things in the works, hopefully coming up with some live streaming benefit shows and whatnot. We'll be in touch about that. And beyond that, we're just trying to support local business as much as we can and not go insane and see our friends as much as we can virtually.
And then, make sure to go outside for a walk.
Yes.
Yes, we do that every day except yesterday and today because it's cold in April and it's going to be 80 in 4 days. But whatever. Spring in Texas, right?
Yep.
It is good. I think you're right. Everyone should be going outside and, obviously keeping a safe distance from people because, this is the time we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you know what? Make sure if there's local musicians that and support, if they're going live from their homes, go ahead and throw them a couple bucks on Venmo if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that have lost all of their income because they made it by performing music for us out in public, and they are still, have that itch to perform and want to make us feel better about the situation that we're in. So join those live streams and donate.
Without a doubt.
We're here with David and Amanda Clark of New Main Brewing. How are you guys doing?
Great. Doing great. How are you?
Doing well.
So we're in the middle of this COVID panic shutdown, so we're communicating via Skype. Bertie and I are at home, and Dave and Amanda are at home, so we're following all precautions. Please don't add us.
Yeah.
We're not sitting 6 feet apart, so
Yeah.
I mean, but we're all
That's true.
yeah.
Okay.
We're living life on the edge.
Yeah.
Always. So you guys recently had to close your amazing brewery, New Main Brewing. Everybody was incredibly sad about it, including myself. What happened?
Well, it wasn't really just one thing. It was a bunch of things throughout the entire history of the business, kind of all falling apart at once. The main driver in it was how our plans changed at the very beginning. We wanted to start a 10 to 15 barrel brew house, get distributing out in the market, basically about what Rabbit Hole did. We just wanted to be about that size. We found this great space. It was as big as we'd ever need. We wouldn't have to get out of it, and move in the middle of our growth. And so we started out with that plan, and about a year and a half later, all of those plans kind of fell apart or got a lot smaller. So we got into this big space that we couldn't really afford right away, but eventually would pay off having. We didn't have our equipment for brewing. We didn't really have anything, but we had to start using that space and paying rent. So we actually started as a bar before we got our brewing equipment or licensing or anything like that.
Because we had to bring his building up to code, and he wouldn't help pay for that. So we used that budget to, instead of buying our brew house, we had to use that to fix up his space.
So of course, that business plan is very different from a 10 to 15 barrel brew house business plan. I must have rewritten it like 6 or 7 times, just getting to what we thought the next step would be. But basically, we started in this really big space and never really fully grew into it in terms of being able to pay the rent all the way. We actually weren't behind on rent until February. And that's kind of, that's about the time that we announced we were closing.
But that was after a long negotiation with the landlord to try and purchase the building from him. And he wouldn't budge on any price at all. So we had to decide to just stop.
Yeah, it was either, continue to burn money trying to get to a point where we could reach profitability, or just recognize that, that it would be that, just burning money. Because even to get back on track the way we wanted to, a lot of other things needed to happen, and all of those cost additional money. And it was just, we saw ourselves just, spiraling if we didn't make the decision.
Right. Now, the obvious question was there an option to move it to another location?
A lot of people asked us that, and just because of the nature of why we're moving out of that space, we never had any kind of cash reserves. We never could afford build out on another space. The loans that we have right now aren't for our brewing equipment. We own those free and clear. The loans were all for the improvements we made to that building. So, we're in debt for the improvements we made to this building that we can't use. And so it just, the short answer is we don't have enough money to move.
Moving the business would cost, I would guess, around $150,000, just because we'd have to get our licensing renewed and install equipment and renovate. And I would guess we would need $150,000 to move.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was before the outbreak of COVID-19.
Yeah.
So now I don't even
happen around the same time there.
Yeah. At it now, even if it was almost, I'd hate to say a blessing, but if you had made the decision to try to continue in some way and continue, trying to keep it afloat by taking more loans, and then this happens, you would have been double screwed. So it
would have been
made a prudent decision.
It was a tough one, and it's not one we made lightly. We know how much the place means to all of our friends and regulars, and even just the first timers. We loved the place. We loved making the memories there.
Yes.
But it was something that it was eventually working without pay, paying the landlord, there's just so much money leaving the business, and we couldn't keep it going. We didn't have any more wells to dip into. And had we made the decision to hang on for a little while longer and then this happened,
Oh, yeah.
It would have.
Especially with everything having to be to go, because our canning machine was, you can this one at a time, and that would have been insane.
Yeah.
But
which a lot of breweries out there are doing right now, because that's the only way they can sell their beer.
And a lot of people are running out of cans, and we just sold all our cans. Like, people are messaging us, and we're like, sorry, we already sold them. But yeah, we talk. It's really interesting because on our podcast that we're doing, we're going through the whole story of it, and it takes like 6 hours for us to really tell you the whole story.
Yeah.
What's the podcast name so everybody can listen to that one as well?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called EntrepreNOPE with an exclamation point. And so it's, and we have an email address, so we want people to email us and ask us questions, and we kind of also talk about some of the business things that people are very hush-hush about a lot of times.
Yeah, we wanted the meat of the podcast to be the story of everything that went wrong, because everything went wrong from the beginning through to the end while we were having a great time and making great memories. But we wanted to kind of show you what it's like as a small business owner, even if things go your way, and then especially when things don't go your way, how to respond, keep your business alive, sometimes defend your business. It's something that a lot of times new entrepreneurs will look for the how-tos. It's just as valuable and to learn how not to.
Yeah.
Right. And honestly, people are really hush-hush about it, right? Like, I really appreciate y'all's transparency, because it's not like a personal failing, right? This is just, the numbers didn't work. It's not like it didn't work your ass off. It's not like you didn't have a quality product or, a great vision. And, when people start businesses, they need to understand that. It's
because there's a ratio of how many businesses actually go past the first year, and it's very small. So the fact that you guys made it basically 2 full years is a detriment of how great how much the community was behind you.
It really, the second year just kind of launched us into where we really wanted to be. There's a lot more folks coming in, especially when we brought the Pantego Farmers Market to New Main. Right. And just finally starting to get in front of people, and, they recognize, sure, there is a brewery in Pantego.
And where's that? And where's Pantego?
Yeah, where's Pantego?
Yeah.
You're in it.
Yeah, you're in it right now.
No, it's.
I was going to say, I've met multiple people at the farmers markets that they were like, I didn't know this place was even here. And I was like, yeah, this place, come back here as much as possible, because it's amazing. And I would tell them we had Joseph, you guys would have Joseph Laws on Wednesdays. You had the UTA Jazz come in on Tuesdays. And then, every night you guys had something going on. So it wasn't like you would just have the farmers market, once Saturday, and then that was it.
Right. It used to be the case, and about when we were real big fans of craft beer, having not brewed anything, it used to be the case you could just go to the brewery, stand in line for your 3 free beers. It'd be hot, no air conditioning. There'd be a couple hundred people there. And that was the fun thing. That was what you did on Saturdays. Yeah. You can't not have events. And so we met quite a few people that were able to do recurring events for us and really just make our place unique and attractive to other folks.
It really was. And so I imagine the second question you get asked the most is, what are you guys going to do next?
David's going to get an engineering job.
Yeah, I got to go back to my big boy job. We will, even after selling the equipment and the furniture and everything, we will still have a little bit of debt that Amanda and I personally signed on. So I have to get a big boy job to pay that down. Since Amanda's been supporting the both of us for the last 2.5 years. So I got to get some kind of income, get off the couch, stop drinking beer, get a job, I guess. Move out of my mom's basement.
I've only been on the couch for like 3 days.